Well, let's go through it. So why don't you show me exactly what you guys plan to coat today, where you concentrated yesterday when we were prepping the truck, because yesterday you spent over 2 hours from the time we put it on the lift.
I was gonna say, correct, the whole process is well over 2 hours between taking the wheels off and everything, but about 1 hour pressure washing every nook, cranny, hole, everything we can. And even though we're not gonna coat the entire floorboard, I'm gonna wash everything just so no dirt, nothing, debris falls down while we're trying to coat it, you know what I mean? I always concentrate from the front, back. So we wash all your suspension, we wash all your control arms, we get in every nook, cranny, any hole that the frame may have, like here we wash out. Anywhere that you may take a fastener off, we'll coat the side of it. And hopefully it's in better shape than this truck so that when you go to take all this apart, it really makes your life easy. But we get all the areas that you're gonna see that rust. And what I call them is seams, spot welds, nuts, bolts, anything where it was put together. Now you'll see, here's a factory seam sealer on here. Great, it helps by all means, but if you were to run that the whole way when this truck was new,
you wouldn't have that rust.
Yeah, it would be virtually, you know, brand new. So 90% of everything we do the rockers. We'll do this lower rocker area. You'll see, you always have worse rust on your rocker than you will ever on the inside. And then inside of frame, outside of frame, any holes. This one here, naturally C-channel, so both sides. We'll hit every brake line. We always hit every brake line because
there's rust.
Correct. They're all found the rust. Now this is a nice one here. This is a coated from the factory, but you know, you got a little rust here and there, but not bad at all. So we'll coat that, so hopefully they never have to do brake lines.
And ironically, in that you got a nice coated brake line, but you have a fastener that's going to rot off.
Correct, and this is why if you get this really early on, you'll probably never do brake lines on your truck. Probably never, you know? I like to try to get into these little crevices here if I can get some in there. This little spot here. And then what I've been doing, what we've been doing here, is I'll try to hit the fasteners on your drive shaft. So if you ever have to pull transfer case down, hopefully your mechanic will say, wow, those bolts came right off, you know what I mean? You can see these ones are pretty nice. If we pan back to your rear end, you can see how they're starting to get cruddy. And if he has to pull them apart, you know, he's gonna curse and hate his day. So it's like things like that. Any little area that you may take apart, you know, minus the exhaust, we will try to do.